Hello, everyone. My name is Fisayo Aloba. I am going to be your MC for today. It's going to be a lovely time, you and I together. And I'm so glad to see everyone. So to start, we're going to meet each other. So if you can gladly put in the chat where you're, attending the conference from. We would like to know where you're from. We are sent to every part of the earth, and all nations should be represented in everything we do. So we're very interested in where you're joining us, States of America. Okay, I can see Aderoke is from New Jersey. Thank you. Adenike is from Maryland. All right, I can see Sister Eniola Disu is from Pennsylvania. Adiola is from ND. Sister Eniola, you're from Pennsylvania and Illinois. Oh, I guess it's from Sister Omololu that is from Pennsylvania. Welcome everybody. Oluwaseun from Virginia. Wow. And we have Mr. Femi from all the way from Canada. Wow, wow, wow. Let me blow your mind. We have somebody from Sydney, Australia. And I believe that is going to be our speaker for today, Mrs. Foluwasho Ilebare. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad to have you here. We have Sister Sirinat from Indiana. We have Sheifumi from New York. Chika from Virginia. Wow. Thank you, God. Deji from Inner Room. Wow, wow, wow. Inner Room, where on earth? Wow. Okay, Sister Eniola says there are two Eniola Diesels. It's so lovely to meet everyone here. Thank you for taking time to join us today. We are very grateful for your time. We are very, glad to have you here. So thank you. All right. One more thing, everything that I, come in contact with that I find very useful or life-changing, I always invite people to come along. So I think it will be unfair for the people in your circle for you to be here and they not to be here. So if you can reach out to at least one person, a sister, a brother, a husband, a wife, for them to log in and join us, we would really, really love that. Oh, thank you, Wale from Texas and Oluwatosi from Scotland. Thank you. It's so lovely to meet everyone here. Thank you for joining us. And I would also like to add, we have gifts. Sister Lola is someone that, we don't do things here and then, people will come and go like that. We always give. We are the gifts, that keeps on giving. So there's gifts for you if you stick around until the end of the program. So we would love for you to stick around. That's the long story short. So now I'm going to be introducing the author. I think Omolola is somebody that is known to everyone. She's a force to be reckoned with, but still we would love to get to know her a little bit better before we move on into the program today. So Amalah Oyawumi is a future forward IT professional. She's a transformational coach and a disciple of Jesus. She's a catalyst for hope, clarity, and direction. And if you've interacted with her, you know that definitely there's no time I speak with her that I'm like light bulbs going on in my head. All right. She's also a keynote speaker, trainer, and motivational teacher. And finally, she's a certified John Maxwell team member and a certified life coach. So everyone, this is the one time that you can unmute, and I would like you to give a whooping ovation, clapping, screaming emojis in the chat. Make some noise and welcome Omolola Oyawumi, our transformation coach. Woo! Come on, I want to see people unmuting. I want to see people in the chat celebrating our very own. Thank you. More, just 3 people. Yes, thank you, Oluwaseun. Please unmute and welcome our very own author. This is an achievement, and this is an enviable feat. So I want you to celebrate. You attract to yourself. So please celebrate her one more time. Woo! Right, thank you, Sister Lola. Over to you. Oh, you're muted, my sister.
All right, can you hear me? Thank you so much, my sister. This is my doctor, like my very good doctor, Fisayo Aloba. I want to say thank you, for really anchoring this, program. Okay. Yeah. I want to say the why of the book, 2020, 2020, in year 2020, when we're about to get into, the year, and I was trying to get journals, trying to go on a retreat, looking for a journal that can really help me in, because I journal a lot, and I try to like, okay, put my thoughts into, writing, and as well as really plan for the year, really plan um, for what is coming ahead of me. And I was trying to look through Amazon, look through all places where I know that I used to buy journals, right? And I went to the e-commerce store online looking for a journal, a particular type of journal in my heart, to really that will be able to capture my goals, capture all my hours, and as well as having affirmation. So I saw different and bunch of planners, right? And the most, or the ones that I could get were the one that really had quotes by different people, great minds, and all that. But I didn't see anyone. Maybe there is, but I did not see. And and I was really struggling even as we went into 2020, and the year started, and I will be copying and be writing my affirmations and all that. So and I got that inspiration that yes, I think I can come up with something like this. But a lot of this thing in my mind, that who do you think you are? Who are you to even say say you want to sorry, who are you to say that you want to write a book, right? And all these forces were coming like, don't even dare it, and but because it keep on coming, and it was so impressive in my heart, and it came with urgency as well. I started to put down my thought on how to get to come up with something. And I was inspired by the Lord to really design the journal. And I begin to use it. And then I begin to like, okay, let me contact publisher to see what they will say. And when I heard the price for publishing and everything, it made me shrink back, like, I don't think I will be doing this right now. But as the Lord will have it, I was able to get another publisher, which it was a little bit you know um economical for me, and I went ahead. But long story short, I want to say thank God that I could bring what is in the heart of the Father, even in my heart, to bring out this journal, and as well as planner. And one thing that is very important, I think maybe during the course of the program, I might still explain a little bit about the reason or how to use the journal. But for now, it's really a good thing because it helps my faith. Sometimes life happens, we are just in a rush mode, we could not even do our devotion. Having this really coming picking out the Bible verse or the verse, and really um pondering upon the affirmations, right? Declaring the affirmations, and saying it and going about my business really helped me. And I will talk more on this as the program goes. And that is that is why, or what really born out of really coming up with this planner. And I want to say I am grateful to God for the opportunity. So that's it. I hope you will want to know more, as I interact more with people and talk about my story. So right now, we'll be inviting our guest speaker to come on board. She has so many things to really help us with as regards our as regards our time management and being productive, really achieving so much, even as setting the course of the year as we begin to go into the year. So how we'll be welcoming I used to call her Coach Fofo. She's a productivity coach. She's a life transforming coach. And I would like to read her bio before I really call her into to come and speak. 1 minute, yeah. Yes, so Mofoluwasho Ilebari is a highly sought after HR leader, a confidence coach, speaker, co-founder of Trailblazer fame, an award-winning author with over 20 years working experience spanning across Australia, New Zealand, Europe, the Middle West, and Africa. Mofoluwasho has a bachelor degree in pharmacy and MBA and is currently a doctoral researcher with a keen interest in transformational leadership and employee engagement. Having survived 3 near-death experiences, Mofoluwasho spent her time energizing others to fearless, press forward, and be unstoppable. She lives in Sydney, Australia with her family and has a healthy appetite for chocolate cake. Thank you so much for really coming up on board within a very short time that we gave you. You were still able to make it, and I want to say thank you so much for coming on board. So over to you, Coach Fofo.
Hi, everyone, and really wonderful to be here, and a big congratulations to you, Omolola. It is always a pleasure for me to celebrate other women who are doing amazing things, and you are definitely one of them. And the moment, I realized you were releasing something very dear to my heart, because when it comes to time, energy management, and being productive, confident, empowered, and being productive in life, it's something that I am very passionate about. So I'm happy to be here, and I look forward to having a conversation with everyone. I will try not to take too much time because today is all about you. But thank you for all the warm welcome. Hi, everyone in the chat box, and let's try to make this interactive a bit. I see a few people I know already, but I'm sure there are many more I would get to know. So in the chat box, let's do a quick exercise. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 meaning nah, and 10 meaning, you know what, put me on CNN. Tell me, how productive do you think you are? So in the chat box, go ahead and just give yourself a number. The first number that comes to your mind. 8. I see Adiola, Volati, Toshe, Ifumi. 5, 7. More numbers on a scale from 0 to 10. How productive would you say you are? Yes, I see 6, 8, 7. Amazing. So we've got highly productive people already. So Omolola, we could just drink some lovely lemon tea and then, just launch this and we go. 9, awesome. 3, 6, amazing. Now, you know what? For everyone who dropped in a number, thank you for being courageous about that. And thank you for being as honest as you can. It's not about what number you gave yourself. It's really creating a self-awareness. I just made you do a check-in right away, because that's one of the ways to be productive. Just making that check-in and saying what's going on in here. So Mala asked me to share about how time management can be helpful and how planners can put a place in that. And I want it to be a conversation. So please feel free to ask me questions or post your questions in the chat box as we go along. I didn't want to clog your minds with many things, because if you go to Google and you type in time management, you'll be amazed the number of solutions, books, workshops, blog posts, different things you would find in there. If I had to put you on the stand and I gave you a microphone as well and told you to tell me about time management, I'm sure you will come up with a lot of things as well. So today is really about a conversation and how time plays a role in our lives. And I wanted to have the conversation just using the acronym TIME, T-I-M-E. I'll start with the T, thoughts. If you really want to be more productive and you want to achieve more of your life goals or find some form of fulfillment in life, I think it starts with your thoughts. I don't think, it starts with your thoughts. The first thought that I want you to remember is, I own my time. Mindset is an important piece when it comes to time management and productivity. And I found out that the battle for the best life we can ever live starts in the mind. When you wake up every morning, there are some voices that you begin to hear. Amalah was just telling us about, she was thinking of writing something, and that voice, who are you? How can you? How dare you? How this? How that? Well, she had to silence those voices to be able to write that planner and get us where we are today. We wouldn't be on this call if she listened to those voices. But those voices are normal. If you don't hear those voices, you're probably not human anymore. But they're normal. But the question is, which voice would you hear and which voice would you silence? So thoughts. Our thoughts frame our words frame our actions, and our actions determine the outcome of our lives. So when you wake up in the morning, what kind of thoughts do you have about time? And the first thought I want you to think about is the fact that I own my time. I know that as I said that, some people are like, no, I don't own my time. I work for somebody. It is still a choice. The choice that you work for someone is a choice. The choice that you own your business is a choice. The choice that you're here on this program right now is a choice. Whether you like it or not, the first way to get on top of managing yourself and achieving your goals is to manage your mindset and convince yourself that I own my time. And when you start with the mindset of I own my time, then it starts to put you in the driver's seat of that time for you to be able to say, oh, what is it that I want to do at this time? How is it that I want to spend my time? The second thought I want you to have is I use my time well. I use my time well. When you wake up in the morning or you're going about your day and you tell yourself over and over again, I use my time well. What that does is your thoughts will frame your words will frame your actions. And you will start finding out that the things you start shaping yourself to do will start moving in the direction of what you just said. I use my time well. In my whole line of coaching and consulting, I have never found a client who says, Fofo, help me to know how to watch Netflix. Help me to know how to play Roadblocks. Help me to know how to eat ice cream. They never want coaching. Nobody will pay me thousands of dollars for that, right? But the fact is, we do those things, sometimes consciously, unconsciously, but we do them because we want to do them. So it's the same thing. When you say, I spend my time well, when you find yourself doing things that are unproductive at that particular time, you can remember that phrase and say, am I using my time well? Am I spending this time well? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing right now? And as you're asking yourself those questions, it's going to shape your actions. And as it shapes your actions, it helps you to determine the outcome of your future. So thought number one is I own my time. Whatever I choose to do with my time is what I have chosen to do with it. And whatever consequences come from that is something that I embrace myself. The second thought is I spend my time well. When you position yourself in a place that you're thinking of spending your time well, you will end up spending most of that time well. The third thought that I want you to remember is I say a bigger yes to the things that make tomorrow better. I say a bigger yes to the things that make tomorrow better. And I'll explain that with the planner that Amalah talked about. You know, she's a future forward professional and a future forward leader. When you think about tomorrow, tomorrow is already here. Whether you like it or not, when you're thinking about tomorrow, whatever we're doing today is setting us up for tomorrow. And so when you say today that I say a bigger yes to the things that make tomorrow better, it makes you more productive. If I know that every day I have to write a shopping list, and I'll give you an example. From time to time, I don't know about you, but as a working mom, there are times when I have to go to the shops and shop for the house. And I found out that every time I spend about 15, 20, 30 minutes writing out, oh, what do we need? What is missing? Oh, I don't have spice. Oh, we don't have pepper. We don't have this. And then I get to the shops, I buy the things I want to buy, and then my eyes pop to see the sales. And before I know it, I'm buying things I'm not supposed to buy. And then I get home and maybe I remember, oh, I forgot the green pepper. If that happens a couple of times, I can ask myself and say, how can I say a bigger yes to today to make tomorrow better? one of the things I will do, or I do now, is have a shopping list. And that shopping list is just a simple post-it note that is stuck on the wall in the kitchen. As we're using up consumables and things in the house, we're putting those things on that post-it note, so that when either myself or my husband are going to the stores, all you have to do is just pick that post-it note and you know exactly what to buy. Whether you like it or not, I have just saved us another 10, 15, 20 minutes than thinking about what is it that we want to do. So that's just an example. Another example, you're probably thinking of changing your career. And to do that, you're identifying the transferable skills that you have and the skills you've gained at the moment. But then the role you're going for, there's certain skills that it requires. So if you spend the time burning the midnight candle, reading a course, passing an exam, writing this or writing that today, what that is doing is not time wasting. What it's doing is you saying a bigger yes to today so that you can make tomorrow better and create more space in your life. So I own my time. I use my time well. I say a bigger yes to the things that make tomorrow better. That's the third one. And the last one is managing myself is possible. Managing myself is possible. And why is that important? It's also a mindset as well. The power of the mind, the hearts, and the hand connection go a long way. And a typical example I give is probably, the law of attraction. I don't know about you, but I remember when we wanted to buy a car and we said we want to buy a Toyota Camry that is gray. The moment we said we want to buy a Toyota Camry that is gray, something begins to happen. I can see Amalah nodding. Everywhere you go, in church, in the mall, on the road, you just start seeing this gray Camry all over the place. And you're wondering, is everybody driving a gray Toyota Camry? No, they're not. But the issue is the moment you said it, your thoughts frame your words frame your action. What happens is your mind picks it up and your eyes begin to separate everything that doesn't look like a gray Toyota Camry. I remember when I got pregnant with our first son, every woman I was seeing just seems to have a baby bump. It wasn't that they were just pregnant. It was just the fact that that was my conscious state of mind. So your mind is a powerful thing when it comes to time management. Your mind is a powerful thing. And that's why I'm starting with your thoughts. If you think about thoughts that you're having, what are you thinking about time? If you say, oh, I don't have time, you won't have time. If you say, oh, I'm always disorganized, that's what will happen because you will have whatsoever you say. I see you, Adedayo. You said that's happening to you right now. Yeah, Lola, same thing. But when you start framing your thoughts in the line of being organized, confident, empowered, what begins to happen is your eyes begin to separate distractions. So when you find yourself doing something you shouldn't be doing at that time, a thought comes to mind. I spend my time well. And by doing that, it shapes your behavior. Time management is not about methods and tools. There are thousands of them online and you can go and get them. I'm not going to share too much of that today. But what makes it work is your mindset. The mindset and the ownership of who you are, who you want to become. We're talking about the grow to become. Who do I want to become? I want to become someone who is empowered with her time. I want to be someone who uses her time well. I want to be someone who makes a difference in the time that I have. I'm not hurried. I am not pressed for time. Time serves me. Yes, that's the last one I want to share. Time serves me. Many times we're thinking, oh, we don't have enough time. Guess what? It's the same 24 hours and some people are breaking world records. Some people are helping the homeless. Some people are doing, and some of us are on the couch. It's the same time. What makes the difference between someone who says, I want to make a difference and an impact in life, and someone who does not? It's the mindset behind time serves me. I'm not racing after time. So when I think about time management, it's not really about time management. It's really about influencing my thoughts to maximize the time that I have been given. Time serves me. Whatever I need to do, I'm able to do it. I hope that helps. So T stands for your thoughts. I stands for inclusion. Inclusion, and I'll explain what I mean by that. What is inclusion? I believe that time management plays a role in life balance. And when I talk about life balance, I'm not just talking work-life balance, because work is just one of the 8 dimensions of life. So I'm talking about life balance in a whole. And for life balancing, it's important to understand the season of life you're in and what matters to you in that season. And then be able to align the things that you do in line with those priorities of your life. So when I think of inclusion, you can't be a career mom. I was just sharing that on my Instagram page, maybe today or yesterday. You can't say you have a career goal and a vision board, and you have all these career goals, but you're married and you have kids, and I don't see any family, relationship, romantic goals on your vision board. It's just not going to work. You can't say, oh, I want to have a red car, I want to buy this house, I want to do this. Many things we put on our vision boards, and there's nothing about impact in there. It just cannot work because our lives were not made to serve us. In fact, the best way to bring fulfillment into life is to serve others. And that's what Lola is doing today. So when you think about inclusion, inclusion means what are the other aspects of my life that I need to consider in the management of my time? So one way could be, instead of creating a separate calendar for work, a separate calendar for family, a separate calendar for personal life, you could have one calendar. And on that calendar, you just have different buttons and different colors for the things that matter to you. That way you don't miss the PTA meeting. That way you don't miss, having dinner with kids. That way you don't feel guilty when you're not at that evening business dinner and talking your kids into bed. It depends on the season of life you're in. So when I see sometimes when people at work say, oh, I really wish I could manage everything at work and manage everything at home, that's not inclusion. Inclusion is really about what matters to me right now and how can I make those things work. And inclusion means getting help. As part of your time management, getting help. What are things that other people can do better? My sister who we manage Trailblazer Firm together, she has this 3 Ds, and I usually add a 4th one to it that help with productivity. Every single time you've got a task to do. Yes, Olamide, thank you. Spending time with your spouse. Oh gosh, you have to be on my Instagram page next week. This Valentine week, there's some gist we're going to be having about that. But when you talk about, you see, I've lost my thought. When you talk about inclusion, I was talking about, yes, support and stuff about people, getting people in the support and the 3 Ds. Every time there is a task to do, ask yourself, what will I do? Can I do this now? Can I do it now? And if I can do it now, go ahead and do it. Don't even think about it. Just go ahead and do it. Number 2, can I delete this? Can I delete it? Do I have to do it? Does it have to be done? Or is just a waste of my time? Delete. Number 3, delegate. Can I delegate this? Is there someone who is better at it? Yes, I would love to put my website together, but there are website developers. Just pay for your happiness and enjoy the website. Okay, can I delegate this? And delegation could be upwards. There are things I delegate directly to God and say, God, you know what? I'm going to go to bed and sleep. You are the one who watches over me. You never sleep nor slumber. I will sleep and I delegate this task to you. And then I have a good sleep. There are things to delegate upwards to your boss at work if you have a boss, or maybe delegate sideways to your colleagues, to your partner, or maybe delegate downwards to your kids, to your subordinates, or to the people that work with you. So delegate could be upwards, could be sideways, could be downwards. Is this something I can delegate? And then the last one I always say is this something I can defer? Is this something I can defer? Like, I want to do it, but this is not the time and space. Now, some people may call that procrastination, but it's not really procrastination. You are giving yourself permission to procrastinate. You're giving yourself the permission to defer it because there is a time for everything. I don't know about you, but there are times when there are many thoughts that come to my mind. And a way to take care of those thoughts is to use a planner like the one Amalah is sharing, or maybe a journal or a notebook. Anytime you've got ideas, instead of thinking about everything and going on every shiny thing, dump them into a journal and move on. So the 4 Ds, who can remind me? Just remember, let me be sure you caught them, because I know I'm racing my thoughts right now. So what are the 4 Ds? Put them in the chat box. Let me just be sure you didn't miss anything. We're talking about time. And I started with the T, which are your thoughts. Then I moved to inclusion, which means include people and things and systems and apps. Wonderful. Thank you, Fisayo. People, systems, apps, things that can help you to achieve those life goals. They could be people, they could be resources, it could be apps on your phone, it could be the planner, it could be sleep. You don't want to know how great sleep can be. I am up at 6 a.m. You probably can't tell it's 6 a.m. here, but I'm up and I'm as energized as this because I had a good sleep. I went to bed early. So you need to understand what works for you. And based on that, plan the time that you have. I'm going to move faster now. M is about methods. So methods, like I mentioned, there are so many methods online that you can use. What I believe is there is no one size fits all. So if one does not apply to you, just find another one that does. There is a Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law says that work will expand to the amount of time that you give it. That means if I feel like reading a page of a book and I tell myself I want to read this page of a book in 10 minutes, I will get it done in that 10 minutes. If I say I'm going to read this page of the book throughout the day, somehow within the day, I will read it or may not read it. You know, there's a way you study when you have an exam and there is no date. Tell me in the chat box. I can see a few people nodding. But when they say the exam is next week, what happens? Can someone tell me in the chat box? Can someone tell me? I want this to be as interactive as possible. Yes, you've been studying for the exam, but there's no date. And then suddenly you get an email telling you that exam is in 2 weeks' time. What happens? Oh, you read up quickly. Absolutely. But it's the same you. It's the same book. Crash reading, intensify reading. I'm reading what's in the chat box. Coffee becomes your friend. Sleep becomes your enemy. The alarm clock becomes your closest friend. Total concentration. Yes, that is what happens. Samuel said, I can finish whole semester lecture. So that's what the Parkinson's law just simply says, that whatever work we're doing, whatever thing we're doing, it expands to the amount of time that we give it. And it comes with the frame mind. That's one law. The second one is the Pomodoro Method. Pomodoro Method just simply says, I'm going to set the clock. For the next 1 hour, I'm going to read this. So like Peter was saying, total concentration. I'm going to spend this and I'm going to read it. And that's what I get on and I start to do. Okay, that's the Pomodoro one. We have many ones that talks about putting first things first. So assessing for yourself, what is important to me right now? And then you put that first. I'm a firm believer in the big threes. When I wake up in the morning, I have a usual routine. There are 5 things I do when I wake up in the morning. Number 1, thank you, Lord. That's the first thing. I have survived 3 near-death experiences. Every day I wake up for me is a miracle. So I wake up, thank you, Lord, number 1. Number 2, what am I grateful for today? I just repeat 3 things. What am I grateful for? It could be as simple as, oh, I woke up with no headache. Oh, I woke up and I'm feeling good. Oh, I woke up and the pimples on my face is gone. I just speak 3 things that I'm grateful for. Number 2. Number 3, I say, who do I want to be today? Remember, I talked about your thoughts. Who do I want to be today? Do I want to be someone that procrastinates, someone that is always upset with others, someone that is always rushing through things? Who do I want to be today? That's number 3. Number 4, what are 3 things that need to get done today? And remember when I talked about inclusion, I look at it in the 8 dimensions of my life. That means I'm thinking work, is there one thing that needs to get done? Family-wise, is there something that needs to get done? Personal-wise, is there something that needs to get done? I just run my thoughts in my head. I pick what the big 3s are and I write them down. And then the 5th thing I say, how will I take care of myself today? Because in as much as we talk about time management and achieving our goals, if you're not feeling good, you can't achieve anything. Let's be honest. If we got on this call and you're having a running tummy or something, you can't focus or concentrate. So self-care is a big part of that. And I may say, oh, today I'm going to create breaks into my day. I'm going to take a 30-minute walk in between my meetings. I'm going to put my water bottle in my car so I can drink more water. I'm going to call my mom or I'm going to call a friend. How will I take care of myself today? Because when you take care of yourself, remember what we said, you create a bigger yes for a better tomorrow. You create a bigger yes for a better tomorrow. So methods, there are many of them, and you will find, the planner helping with that. The last one I will talk about very quickly is the E, and E stands for energy. Fisayo, you have to tell me how much time I have left because I have a weakness. I talk a lot, and I'll tell you why. When I was growing up, let me tell you a quick story. When I was growing up, my mom would have loved if I studied either law or accountancy. And the family thought law was great because they felt I talk a lot. But, you know, even at 7 or 8, I just, that wig, that thing that lawyers wear, I thought they wear it every day to work. And I said, I don't want to have to wear this thing every day to work when I grow up. That was all. That's the only reason why I didn't study law. But my talking was not for law. It was for impacting lives, just like we're doing today. If this is helping and you've gained one thing, just say yes, yes in the chat box. If it's not helping, say no, no. If it's not yet there, if you want me to keep going, put a comment in the chat box, let me know. All right. Well, it's Amalah's conference, so I'm going to make sure I'm out of here in 5 minutes time. So E, very quickly, E stands for energy. E stands for energy. Thank you, Sharon. You say keep going. E stands for energy. When it comes to time management is not really about the management of time. Because in as much as I've given all the different thoughts that I gave with the T and the I and the M, whether we like it or not, the sun will still rise at the time it will rise and set at the time it will set. As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest time will always continue. There is a rhythm to which God has created the earth, and that rhythm will continue. Whether we use that time well or not, that rhythm will always continue. So when you think about managing time, we are not God that can hold the sun in space. It's not about holding the sun in space. It's about looking at what are the things within my control. And one of them is energy management. So when you think about time management, don't get so fretful about, oh, how do I manage my time? It's more about how do I channel my energy in the direction of time? How do I channel my energy in the positioning of time? And what that means is there are many things in our lives, people, processes, apps, and tools. They're either energy drainers or energy boosters. Energy drainers or energy boosters. And I tell people, if you look at your phone list right now, today is Saturday. If you look at the number of people you talk to, either on WhatsApp, on your phone list, whatever, between Monday and now, you can put them in 4 categories. There is a set who are subtractors. Whether you like it or not, they subtracted from you this week. We transfer energy to one another. They took some energy from you. Maybe you were sharing, you know, Malola was sharing, oh, I want to work on this planner. And they say, oh, there are too many planners. Oh, why do you want to do a planner? Oh, what do you know about it? These are subtractors. And they could be thoughts, they could be people, they could be apps, they could be Netflix shows. There is something that could subtract. They could be food. Okay, it just sucks out your energy. Then we've got those who are dividers. Dividers are people who just come in and they always play devil's advocate. Every time you have a good intention, they just have to play the devil's advocate and tell you why it doesn't work. I don't know about you, but you're married here and, you know, visitors come to your house and you just find out that every time that visitor leaves, you and your husband or wife, you are fighting over something that you didn't even start, the conversation you didn't start. Be careful about such people because they are dividers. They could be in your teams as well at work. You just find out that they just like putting 2 heads, just locking heads together. So on your phone list, there are subtractors, there are dividers. My mom is a mathematician, so I like using maths words. And then there are adders. I call them adders. Adders are not in the dictionary, but I just mean people who make your 1 + 1 = 2. You tell them an idea, they fuel your energy. You just leave their presence and your energy just rises to do more. You're thinking of one thing, they have added 1 thought to it. Then the 4th category are the multipliers. So I call them subtractors, dividers, adders, and the multipliers. Multipliers make your 1 + 1 = 50. While you're still dilly-dallying and you're still doubting yourself, they have connected you with one person, that person. Oh, I told that person about what you're doing. That is somebody you can check. They're mentoring you, they're championing you, they're sponsoring you. If you check your phone list, you can tell who you spent your time with this week. That is the focus, and that's how you're achieving your life goals. If you spend too much time with pessimistic people, we become pessimistic. If we spend too much time with productive people, we become productive. Energy management is about managing your energy around the cycles of your time. Some of us are early risers. Do your most productive work in your early time. Some of us are night owls. You do your most productive work while everybody else is sleeping. Some of us are sunflowers. It's when the sun is up, yeah, that's when your energy and your power rises. Understand your most productive period and channel your energy in that direction. And then at the end of every week, I will round up with this. At the end of every week, one of the exercises I do for myself on a Friday before I leave work is I check my energy tanks. The basic 5 of them: spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and I check relational. Now, some of you, depending on what season of life you're in, financial might be a tank you check. Maybe you just kept spending that card. You kept shopping on Amazon the whole week, okay? But swiping. So on Friday, you can just do a quick check before you leave your home office or your main office and say, which of my tanks has been depleted? And which ones do I need to refill over the weekend? So if it's spiritual, probably I need to spend more time over the weekend. If it's physical, maybe I need to do something over the weekend. And as you think about that, the more you boost your energy, the more you realize that you've got time for certain things. I hope that has been helpful. Thank you so much for having me here. And back to you, Amalah.
Thank you. Please, a round of applause, for our guest speaker. Thank you. Oh my good. I'm just having goosebumps around me as you were talking. I was just like, wow, see gems dropping. Like, this is so good. Thank you so much, Coach Fofo. And I told I'm trying to look at the chat to see if anybody have any question, even though I have one question for you, ma'am, as regards okay, don't let me say it yet, but if anybody have any question, please just drop it. We have just like about 5 minutes to quickly deal with it. I think I saw one question around really maximizing our time or something, but I'm not really so sure. Dr. Fisayo, do you have anybody having any question? We can just quickly deal with it for our coach, right? For maybe while she was talking, there is something that you were not clear on before, because from our hand it's 6 it's around 6-7 a.m. So I want to quickly address some of our questions, then we can release her. She can go, and as well she have a gift for us. You did not talk about it, Coach Fofo. Talk about it, just 1 minute. Talk about it to the audience.
All right. Yeah, thanks everyone. Well, I was just going to say, as part of congratulating Omolola and supporting the vision that she has, I also have a gift for everyone. I think Sheifumi just put in the link. It's a link to one of my books, Stop Wishing, Start Doing. And it's a book that can help you also to understand some of the concepts I shared today about time, how you can balance the different aspects of your life and maximize the season of life you're in. So bit.ly/Stop Wishing BK. If you just go to that link, you can download the book and you'll enjoy it. And if you have any questions, feel free. You can also check me out on Instagram or LinkedIn as well. Thank you.
Yes. At the end, I'm going to really post the link for our guest speaker. You can go on our page. She's a professional coach as well, executive. She doesn't coach upcoming, because she would just call like 10,000 that you just like, you just want to fail. Like, she does executive coaching, and she can help you with your business as well. You want to give your business a structure, you want to really transition, you want to obtain that seat or the leadership position, right? You want to transition into the management, so the C-suite. That's what she does. She's she has worked over she had experience, and she can put you through, and there are a lot of success story as well that she that she has really embarked on. So thank you so much, Coach Fofo. My question is going to be for somebody like woman, right, that is really struggling. She has so much on her plate, and it's valid. She had kids, she had maybe 3 kids under 5. She's going to school. While some of my experience, or like one of my experience while I was in school, I was pregnant with 2 kids, right? And I was working and I was doing my master's, and it was really it's a time that I can say that most challenging time for me. And there is somebody like that, out there or in this program, right? Even if their story is not particular like mine, but they have so many things on their plate. How do you want to really, a practical way, maybe an example of really juggling the balls, right? And the balls, some of the balls will drop, right? But I wanted to really talk on it, how this is okay. Some people beat themselves up, right? I can't do this, I can't do this, and they beat themselves up that they are a failure, or they try to do something, they did exam and they didn't pass, something like that. How do you want to really encourage such person? What do you think might be one or two tips? Of course, you really talked about time, and I wrote so many things down about the method, about energy, and that energy is very important as well. And it's something that maybe we'll talk more on it, not on this call, but I want you to say one or two things as regards that.
Yeah, if you're on the call and you're a busy mom, a new mom, a working mom, or even just a woman or a man with so many things on your plate, my first point to you is you are not alone. You are not alone. I want to encourage you, if you're feeling down right now, if you're feeling depleted, you are not alone. And God loves you, he sees you, and he will bring help your way. That will be my first encouragement to you. The second thing is, remember the season of life you're in. I probably talked a bit about it. We're at different seasons of life. And, someone came to me once, a working mom, and was like, I just don't seem to have the time for everything that I want to do. And I said, you just had a baby. Will you please calm down? Because whether you like it or not, when your normal shifts, all of us know we're living in the last 18 to 24 months, our normal has shifted in different ways. And for some of us more than others, the first is to acknowledge the season of life you're in. Your prayer cannot be, God, how can I sleep 8 hours a day if you're a nursing mom? Your prayer is, Lord, if I can find 2 hours today, let it be like those who slept 8 hours. Let my strength be renewed. It's about a mindset shift. What is the season of life you're in? What can you control? What can you influence? And what is outside of your control? So if you remember the Stephen Covey circle, which talks about your circle of control, your circle of influence, and your circle that is not in your control. Who the president of the country is out of my control. I can complain from today till tomorrow. There's nothing I can do about it except to go and vote the next time, because the last time maybe I didn't. Okay, but then that is outside of my control. But when I think about things in my control, what can I control right now? I'm in a season of life where I have another human being that I'm taking care of. Let me bask in the joy of having that gift, because there are many who are trusting God for that gift and don't yet have it. So be grateful. What can make me grateful in the season of life I'm in? Then remember, I talked about inclusion, which is now your circle of influence. Where can I get help? What can I do by myself and what can't I do by myself? I'm not a fan of the term superwoman. I don't even think there's anything called superwoman except in Hollywood. Okay, because let's be honest, a superwoman to me, in my own definition, is a woman who is courageous enough to know and understand the season of life she's in and maximize that season, getting help along the way and sleeping in the process. Because it's all part of it. God designed us to sleep. Your sleep brings energy, and your energy creates hormones in the brain that release energy to be able to do some things that we want to do. So my encouragement to you is, number one, you are not alone. Number two, acknowledge the season of life you're in. Number three, think about the things that you can control. Number four, find help where it's available. Leverage. There are many times when people, I was sharing today that if you remember that scripture where the widow had 2 sons and the debtors were going to come take her kids. And she went to the prophet and said, Prophet, I don't know what to do. And he asked her, what is it that you have in your house? We all have something in our hands and in our house. That oil is not just for frying dodo, it's for doing something productive. And the prophet said, go get that oil. And said, go out and go get more vessels. There are people who have spare vessels that are lying around. Not everybody is broke. I hope we know. Not everybody is broke. Not everybody is busy. Not everybody is productive. They have spare vessels. Go and ask for it. So if you need someone to take care of your baby for 1 hour so you can take a nap, please don't hesitate. It doesn't mean you're superwoman less. It doesn't mean you love your kids less. It doesn't mean you love your job less. It's just that you're doing what you know is important so you can create a better tomorrow. I'll stop there for the sake of time, but I hope that helps. There's more in that book, so please go get my book, Stop Wishing book.
Yeah. Yes, and it's free. It's free. You download it. It's a PDF. So it's a free book. It's a PDF. You can print it out. You can get it on your iPad or your tablet. I downloaded it already and I started reading it. And it was so good. Thank you so very much, Coach Fofo. And I think somebody was raising their hand. Okay.
Yeah, could I just say, because I see there are 1 or 2 questions in the chat box, which I could quickly take. I know time is fast spent, but I just want to address 1 or 2 that I saw very quickly. So Adedayo is asking, how do we redeem lost or wasted time and energy? Haven't realized you're getting older and there's still lots to achieve. And that is the reality of life. Let's be honest. We are older and wiser now. And some things we did in the past, we can look back now and say, oh, how I wish I did that better. But when we live our lives today, we don't have the luxury of hindsight or knowing what that entails before we do it. So one of the first things I say is the same thing. Acknowledge where you are. Establish where you are. Let me use the analogy of the 6 E's very quickly. So the first E is to establish where you are. Where am I right now? Yes, I have lost time. I have maybe lost some resources or lost relationships. Establish where you are right now. And then envision where you want to be. So now that I am here, I am in control of this and the future. Envision, what is it that I can do from this time forward? Envision that. And you can find ways. You can create a vision board around it. You can use the planner around it. You can find a coach around it. Envision that very well. After you do that, examine the difference. Examine means this is where I am. This is where I want to be. What is that gap? What is the gap? Identify what that gap is. And then once I can examine that gap, number 4 is to explore. Start to explore options. So if I'm here and I want to go here, what can I do to start moving one baby step forward every single week, every single month, so that I'm moving from here to here? Okay, so as you explore those options, what do they mean? Number 5, eliminate. What do I need to eliminate? For me to move from here to here, what do I need to eliminate? As I'm eliminating, what do I need to embrace? So it's both eliminating and embracing. What are the habits I need to let go of? What are the habits I need to embrace? What are the people I need to let go of? What are the people I need to embrace? You're eliminating, you're embracing, and then you execute. The last one is to execute. No matter how big our dreams are, if we don't wake up and start working on it every single day, we'll still be where we're meant to be. So these 6 E's, I'm telling you, they work in any situation. Just find half an hour and say, establish, where am I? Envision, where do I want to go? Examine, what is the gap? Explore, what are the options? Eliminate, what do I need to eliminate? Embrace, what do I need to embrace? Execute, what do I need to do right now to start moving in that direction I need to go? And as you do that, I trust that God will minister to you, send help your way, give you the grace and energy and strength to be able to use the rest of your life as productive as possible. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I think, we can say, everybody, I wanted to say thank you in the chat box for our coach. She came in, this talk, this a small speech that she gave us, right? They pay her thousands of dollars for it, like thousands of dollars. I can tell you. But she came in and she gave it to us, and it's a gift to me. And I can tell you, thank you so much, Coach Fofo. And I want to say God bless you. And we will see at the other side. Thank you.
Yes,
so
absolutely. Enjoy the rest of I'll still hold on in the background a bit, but congratulations once again. Thank you for bringing these gifts to the world, and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Dr. Fix, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sister Lola. I don't know about you, but the information I just got from Coach Fofo, I found it very, very pertinent to my life. I've gotten different tips, okay, this is what you do when you wake up, and stuff like that. So thank you so much, Coach Fofo. It was really lovely to meet you and to hear you speak. Wow, what a gift, thank you. All right. We are moving on to our feedback session. So Guys, if you have your book, I want you to grab them. If you have, but so let me start like this. So if you've gotten your book, first of all, can you raise your hand in the chat? Sister Lola, if you do not mind, can you stop sharing the screen so I can see everyone as a gallery?
Okay.
Then that will be awesome. Yes. Oh, thank you, Sister Bukola. Anyone else with the book? I would love to have you. Oh, great. I have Sister Diola. I have Stacy. Awesome, awesome. Just 3 people. Come on. Anyone that has gotten the book, the planner. Sorry about my background. Come on, guys. Put your hands up, put your hands up. I'm going to put my hands up. Move on. I'm going to pass the buck back to Lola so that she's going to give the acknowledgement and appreciation. But before I do that, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for turning out. And please stay till the end. They are gifts. We're almost done. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, good, 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 good. I want to say thank you, and let me share my screen again. Yeah, so I'll be saying thank you, and I'll be, quickly talking about how to use the planner. I think I share now. Okay, yeah. Okay, so how do we use a planner? In 4 ways, right? In 4 ways. First, we use it daily. It's a daily companion, right? And if you look at the planner, of course, for people that the funniest thing is I ordered mine from like first of all from the author's copy. Because of the storm and the weather, it didn't get here. I ordered another one. The same reason. I ordered on Amazon Prime. They said it would get here today. I've not gotten mine. So I can tell you that everybody that had their own, had you have an edge, over me, even when I was just in a hurry. But there are some things that are before or that are just out of our control, right? There's nothing we can do about it. Just be calm. So, but of course, I have the soft copy. I have everything, and I can explain. So inside this planner, most of the planner that I used to see, there is nowhere you will see, or I've not seen anywhere you see 24 hours, like from 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. And there's this, and this is really good because even your time, sometimes we say that I'm going to sleep for 8 hours, or I'm going to sleep for 7 hours. We discover that we didn't even sleep up to maybe 4 hours, and we can't really account for it. So even for our sleep, for our rest, we'll still be able to like really account for it. Like this, I slept for 5 hours, I slept for 6 hours. So it's really helping us going to really account for all of our days. We can portion our hours into buckets of hours, like 3 hours, between 3 to 6. This is what I'm going to do. Between 6 to 5, between 6 to 8, this is what I'm going to do. So it's going to really help us to account for our hours, and that is where, of course, time management comes from. We can write what we want to do, what we intend to do, and if we eventually do that thing, then we can check it, or write something else. So that is very good for accountability for the whole 24 hours. That's something that I am excited about as well. The second thing is the devotional. As I said, while in the beginning of the program, sometimes we are too maybe we slept late, or we woke up late, and we could not do our devotional as properly as we ought to. Get in this planner, and as you're planning for your day, you are praying, and you are getting a word. And this word, and I can tell you that this really really humbled me as regards how to get a Bible, or a verse in the Bible that tailored to productivity, to your competence, to your excellence, excellent work, to being skillful, to being mindful of your time, of what you're putting in, not putting in the shouldy work in your either your with your employer, either with your as an entrepreneur, either as an individual contributor, right? It's really helped us to declare the word of God according to what is in the Bible itself. So this is the master book. This is the word of God, and we can really take that feed on it and get about our business. And this is a very good tool as well. And thirdly, we can use it as our goal setting. The first because it's not dated, right? You can write the date on top, and the first three, which is your big three goals, if you can decide every day that you want to achieve three things today, every other thing, everything being equal, there's these three non-negotiable that I'm going to achieve today. If we can do that every day, we'll discover that by the end of 2, 3, 4 weeks, we have got so many things done. By end of Q1, you discover that even what you said you achieve for maybe in the next 6 months, you already achieved them, because every day, and this one really helped me as well. Every day, I would think about what is the three things that I must achieve by the end of today, and I can say that my day is well spent. So this is very, very important as well. Begin to go out every day now, or when you wake up, just think about it. What is the three things that I must achieve? My non-negotiable. It might be maybe you want to go to gym, or maybe there is, like me, I used to procrastinate my gym, or something, the weather is cold, or something is happening. I shall look for one excuse, and it will make me not to. And if it is a day that I was like, my non-negotiable, number one is to do 1 hour HIIT exercise. That is it. And after the end of the day, if I'm able to do it, I check it and I said, okay, today is well spent. And we want to look at it out of all the business of our day. Just take three things that you know that they are very important and they are urgent, important and urgent, that you know that when I do it, either in the direction of your project as well, or in your work, at your workplace, right, or anything, just look at it that this today, if I can say that I am grateful to God for giving me this day, and this is the three things I achieved, is really going to help us even in our goal setting. And you can pick that up from your Q, or from your quarter goals, from your annual goals as well. Look at what you said. Okay, by the end of this year, I want to achieve. By the end of this year, I want to achieve. Look at it. What is it that I can take out of that I can input into my month, into my quarter, into my week, into my day, and begin to take a step towards it? This will really help you as well to really crush your goal. And by the end of the year, you can say that you have so many wins, throughout the season of the year. And the last thing is going to be the journaling, or the last part of each page has notes where you can put in your thought as well, thinking, pouring out your mind, putting your thought process and everything right from your heart. You want to jot it, you want to journal it, you want to write it out, right? And you can use it as well for anything you think you want to. So that is how to use the planner, and I think this is very helpful to us. Thank you everyone for staying through. Okay, we've done this. Yes, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, the Polish Lens. They really sponsor this program, and I want to say thank you. You can go into follow them on social media. You can check their website as well. They are into perspective shaper, and I wanted to check their page as well. Grow2Become transformation coach. This is a coaching company that we launched in the beginning of the year. You want to I want to say thank you to them. They really sponsored this program as well, and as well this the planner too came out. That's one of the products that we could that we really launched as well. Then the third sponsor is Gizba Creative Solution by Adiola Afuwoye.com. You want to check their page as well, or check you want to check page, you want to check our social media and to follow her. She's a singer. They have so many things to as a product that you can benefit from. And as well as you want to follow us, you want to get a book, you can get it on Amazon. There's e-copy. There is e-copy for people that do not want to carry book. There is e-copy, and as well as we will be digitalizing this journal, and I'm so excited about it. When I got the so for people that are always on iPad, I'm on my tab, there's going to be a digital version of it. Yeah. So, and I'm working on it already. By the end of Q2, this is going to be available, and we might even do the version 2.0 as well. But I can say that there are a lot of work going into it, so that's what I want to say. Yeah. And if you have anything, maybe you have any suggestion, you have ways we can do better, I really appreciate feedback a lot. I take feedback as, very the feedback is one of a very instrument, like a very useful instrument, to get better in everything that we are doing. And I do take this seriously. So please do not, if it is too big, tell me it is too big. If it is, if the print is not okay, say it, please. Let's, so that we can get better and, do more, be more, have more, and we can create more. So if you have anything, you can send it to hello@omalolaoyewumi.com. Please stay tuned. We are still going to give few gifts, by our sponsor. We're going to give, stay tuned to the end of the program. So I want to say thank you to my team. Adiola Efuwoye. She's a certified life purpose midwife. She's one of the sponsors as well. You can follow her at Adiola Efuwoye. Sheyi Fumi, she is the engagement manager. She has been the one really interacting on the chat. Thank you so much. She's a life and a learner strategist. You can follow her as Asheyi Fumi at Asheyi Fumi. And Dr. Fisayo Aloba. Thank you, my physical therapist and neuroscience doctor. You can follow her at ile.ogelocks. Yes. And my the third person in the team, Eniola Disu, she's the media person. She's been the one, helping with the design, really publicizing, telling people, and I want to say thank you to every one of you. I called you, we called you, like the company called you, we called you, and you really, come on board, you help, you give it your time and everything. So I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. So before I give it up to the gifts giving aspect, I want to call Stacy Randolph. I think she still have something. She's my she's not my direct manager, but she's my mentor. Like, she's my mentor. She carry my matter for head like this. Like, so I want to call her if she still have anything she wants to say. I know we call her the other time. There was a little itch on the audio. Do you want to come up, ma'am? Stacy? Hello? Stacy, are you there?
She sent a message in the chat that she was having audio issues, but
Okay.
she wanted to say that you are a daughter from another mother and she's so proud of you. Excuse me. And she purchased the book for her daughter, who she knows will love it. And she said, let's keep lifting each other up. There is nothing we cannot accomplish. Love you all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's one of my manager in my place of work. She's really encouraging me. She's part of she's my mentor as well. And I want to say thank you to you, Stacy. You're such a joy. Thank you. God bless you. So over to you, Sheyi Fumi and Fisayo, for the raffle draw. I know we have there is, I don't know, but you want to take over?
Yes, but there's an interesting message for you in the chat if you really want to quickly read it. But I would go ahead and start to prepare for the raffle draw. All right. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to give us a few minutes for us to have our books. The first raffle draw will be taken from the book. So please get it, drum roll, just get your book closer. In a few seconds, in about 30 seconds, we are going to do a quick game where it will be the first person, the fastest opener to a particular page, and we'll be reading something now. So I'm going to give us 2 seconds to do that.
So before you do that, I missed some. Yeah, please, sorry. I didn't finish the appreciation, the thank you. So I want to say thank you to myself. Yeah. I want to say thank you to myself. I didn't appreciate myself. I want to say thank you to Omolola. Thank you for, really putting this together and coming up to, come think, be creative about this. Yeah. So thank Omotayo Abosede, you are unmuted. I will want you to get mute or mute yourself. So thank you to Omolola. Thank you to my husband. Is my technical, but he got me this wonderful what's this called? Oh, this camera. Yes, this camera. He got me lightings. He helped me with the setup. He has been the one really encouraging me as well. Like, seriously, this person you are seeing here is there's somebody behind me that is really gingering me. So I want to say thank you to my husband, Ayodeji Oyawumi. You have been such an inspiration. Thank you so much. And he has been the one really publicized. If I want to get anything, like, they'll just forward it to him. Let me put it in your community. He has a lot of friends. He knows a lot of people, right? I'm like, okay, let me publicize this. Please just let me tell your friends. And he has been doing that, right? I want to say thank you to you. God bless you. I want to say thank you to my children. You can't hear them because I quickly have to pack them so that they will not be coming and come and be disturbing me. But I want to say thank you to them even in their absence. They've really been, such a joy, such a gift, to the world. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody that comes, into this program. I want to say thank you. I cannot do it alone, and more is coming. Like, more is coming. I am really pumped up with this productivity, and because I see a lot of results, right? I see a lot of results. A lot of people having results. I talk to people, I coach people, and I want to do more, right? And I'll begin to this. I used to be shy. I don't want to be under camera or behind camera, but I want to put that aside now, and I want to really go out for what God has put in my heart, right? The purpose, why I am here on earth. I want to, really pursue it, not because of anybody's approval, not because of any followership, but because I am going to give account. When when the time comes and God says, ask what all the gifts I've given you, what have you done with it, right? So you will see more of me. You will hear. You will see me in your DM. You will see me. I will just be in your face. But please, I want you to continue to support me. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you again, Sister Lola. It's such a joy to listen to you talk every single time. She makes you laugh and she makes you think. It's a very rare combination. So thank you again. So moving on to our first raffle draw. Drum roll. Is there anyone? Okay. So if you have your book close to you, I would like for you, and it's fastest person to open up. So please go to page.
Fastest person to open up and to put in the chat.
Yes. Okay. To put it in the chat or to read out, because it might take a little while to type everything out. So whoever wants to unmute themselves and read it out real quick, or you can put it in the chat as well. It's just the fastest person. Page 73 and the last two lines, with the affirmation, the activation affirmation that we have on page 73. It will be cheating if I do that. So the fastest person to read.
Decree and declare, grace is multiplied unto me. My shoulders are straightening and my head is lifted in honor. The oil of distinction follows me, and I retrieve to serve my divine destiny and to maximize my potential.
Yes, Sister Bukola, congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, that's a wonderful and powerful affirmation. So we have affirmations like that in our book, in the planner. So you want to get your copy. Everybody here, you want to make a commitment to get your own copy, because it's not just, I'm supporting my sister. You're actually making an investment into your own life. Remember what Coach Fofo said. You're going to maximize, you're going to do actions today that will maximize your tomorrow. I know I'm paraphrasing, but buying this book is one of those actions that you're doing to maximize your tomorrow. So congratulations, Bukola. We are going to be sending your gift card to you. If you could put your number in the chat so that we could reach out to you via text message, and then we'll continue communication from there, okay? Thank you so much. Now, the next raffle draw is for everybody. Every single person. You don't need to have the book to have this one. Okay? So this is for people that were listening when Coach Fofo was speaking. You know, she gave so many life transforming gems. You know, she spoke very eloquently, she spoke very powerfully, and I myself wrote some things down. So, but there were some things, you know, that she reiterated over and over again. And so I'm just going to ask a simple question. In trying to describe to us or trying to tell us the importance of time management, she actually gave an acronym for time, TIME. So now we are going to put in the chat though, because if you speak of, you know, that would be chaotic. So we are going to put in the chat, the first person to put in the chat the acronym for time, the correct acronym for time. So set, go. The first person to put in the chat the acronym for time, TIME. And please, Bukola Adesomi, yes. Oh, I was about to say that actually you are banned from this because you won the last round. So, okay. But thank you so much. I think our winner is going to be Chika, because you won the last round for the people that have the book, and then Chika is going to win this one. And Chika, our gift to you is actually a copy. Your own copy. Oh, really? There are two Bukola Adesamis? Wow. Okay, well, the second Bukola Adesami then won the book. That is fantastic.
The second and the Chika, both of them.
Okay, wonderful. So the second Bukola Adesami and the Chika would be winning a copy of our book, our planner. It's all our own, no? So, you know, I'm joining this train. The planner. So please put your details in the chat. What we just need basically is your name and your phone number, and then we would follow up from that. Please make sure your phone number is WhatsApp enabled if you don't live in the United States, so that we can reach out to you. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in the raffle draw. I hope it has been value for my time. I know it has been value for my own time. So I am going to hand it over back to Sister Lola for the closing remarks.
Thank you, my doctor. Thank you. I want